Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I am a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and right now I am running Vault of Archavon because since 3.1, Vault of Archavon has had a new boss, Emelon the Stormwatcher. Now for me today, I don't know about any other servers, but I wanted to go into some instances and they just won't let me in. Either the instance is not available, or in this case, it actually froze up on us and we were stuck in the instance. So instead of a full strategy guide on how to fight Emelon, this will be just a DPS comparison between Survival and Beastmaster. So as you just saw, I inspected a hunter who I thought was very closely geared as me. His name was Shockwave, and he was a survival hunter. His gear was a little bit lower than mine in terms of overall stats. However, it was close enough, so I considered it a good enough comparison. However, there's one person that I didn't expect, and that was Bragul, another survival hunter, and his DPS, or his gear, was actually insanely better than mine, whether it's the main weapon or just a few of the other weapons. He didn't, however, fully buff himself and with food and flasks, and also he didn't fully gem. However, I think in terms of item and everything, he is just still superior. And I'll have a better comparison of his items and mine later on in the video. So as you saw, we just wiped because on the trash towards Emelon, they will actually start to grow in size and explode if you don't kill the ads within a certain amount of time. So that's something everyone will have to pay attention to. If you have someone in the party who isn't above, let's say, 2k DPS, then they should not be in the raid because every little bit of DPS counts. So, a strategy of how to fight Emelon the Stormwatcher. He has three major abilities: Chain Lightning, which does a fairly obvious thing, hits random and multiple people. Lightning Nova, which is kind of like Loken's Lightning Nova in Halls of Lightning. What'll happen is he will start to cast it, and if you have cast bar activated, you'll see the casting happen. When that happens, all the melee and everyone close to him should move away if you want to avoid that heavy damage. Overcharge is cast on Tempest Minion, which is one of his 4 ads, and what'll happen then is they will start to grow in size and eventually explode after 24 seconds. Now, any minion who has this buff and doesn't die within 24 seconds, they will do massive damage to the entire raid, and it'll wipe the raid. So the strategy to fight this boss is to have your off tank or off tanks pull aggro on all the ads, and then drag the boss off the off tank with your main tank, and then you should tank them fairly, not fairly, but somewhat far apart from each other, and then all the DPS starts to attack Emelon, the boss, until he casts Overcharge. And then when Overcharge is cast, all the DPS have to right away move to the overcharged minion and kill that minion within 24 seconds, or else it's instant wipe. Now, when one minion dies, another one will respawn within 3 to 5 seconds of that minion being killed. So now the off tank will have to pick up the new ad that spawns. And that's basically it. You have to rinse and repeat, make sure you kill the ads within 24 seconds, and make sure you avoid all the lightning novas, and the boss is down. Something to take note of for a hunter and their pet. If you're a hunter and you have avoidance spec'd into your pet talents, then during the lightning nova, you don't really have to move your pet away because it'll take 75% less damage from the AoE attack and your pet will survive just fine. And as you just saw, we weren't able to take down the ad Emelon casted Overcharge onto within 24 seconds, so the entire raid basically just wiped. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do all this, but this is just one strategy guide that I read off Wowhead. So here we are, everyone is stuck, lagging out. The chat still works though, however, there doesn't seem to be much point of staying here anymore. So I make use of this and I inspect Braggle. So he has the Envoy of Mortality, which prior to 3.1 is the best weapon in the game. Now he has some really high-end gear, which really blows my stuff out of the water, especially the Dark Moon card Greatness, one of the best trinkets in the game, one of the most expensive trinkets in the game also. And he has some leather items which really boost his DPS. So if you just look at the DPS meters, I actually did more damage on this one particular boss in that one instance. In terms of the trash, he did far superior DPS to me. And it really would have to depend on the which boss we're fighting and under what circumstances the DPS of the Beastmaster is compared to a survival. And so this is just one of my many tests that I'll do between Beastmaster, survival, and marksman DPS. So stay tuned and I'll have more videos for you. Take care.